out by lifting gurneys with a cable. Brinkley is out of the hospital and home in New York tonight.
It's been called everything from the world's largest test tube to the key to living on Mars. But tonight, the Biosphere Project has been seized by federal marshals. Financial troubles convinced Texas oil baron and Maine investor Edward Bass to order the action. He says it's time for the Biosphere to start making money. Tours are the main source of income, with tickets set at $13 per person. And about half the time it takes to listen to one of their songs, the first stop on the Eagles reunion tour sold out. Fans snapped up 9,400 tickets in just 2 minutes for the show at the Urban Meadows Amphitheater. The tour kicks off May 27th and could include a Twin Cities stop.
If you think pushing your watch in a couple of clocks ahead for daylight saving time is a chore, there is someone you should meet. James Stein works at Cooper's Watchworks at the Mall of America, and over the course of 2 days, he and his co-workers moved the hands of about 2,200 timepieces. His fingers are a little raw, but he says spring is better than last fall. Then he had to move the hands 23 hours instead of just 1, because you're not supposed to wind a watch backward.
There's a national tourney going on in the Twin Cities tonight, and it's not on the ice at the St. Paul Civic Center. KARE 11 photojournalist Lee Wall takes us to the Minneapolis Hilton, where hundreds are having a ball.
There's nothing like it.
I love it. Competitive, competitive, competitive.
You know, it's hand-to-hand combat with a ball in between. Nice shot.
It's very addicting. It's a lot of fun. I started when I was 13, and I haven't been able to give it up ever since.
Come on. It's like a chess kind of game where a lot of strategy involved.
Skill level's really phenomenal. We have currently about 35 players that just tour the United States, playing in these tournaments weekend after next, and it's how they make their living, playing foosball. It's very serious. You can go out and look at some of the players' face, and you can tell they're really focused in on what they're doing.
Yeah, baby! Let's party!
Just the thrill of winning the match makes it all worthwhile. It's very competitive.
Don't let me in the door now.
Remind me not to head over there. $30,000 U.S. Foosball Open continues tomorrow at the Minneapolis Hilton. Tournament organizers urge you to come on down and check it out. It's free, by the way. Wow.
I suppose you can expect a certain intensity when you've got that much money on the line.
That much money on the line, I'm sure.
Whoa.
Look pretty interesting.
Yeah, still on the way tonight. Easter looks pretty nice, but then things get nasty in a hurry. Belinda Jensen has to
Bad
too.
wrists.
No, it's all in the wrists, too.
Before we go, some extra credit writing leads an international couple down the aisle.
In sports, the Twins test out the Metrodome fences in a preseason tune-up.
But next in the extra, a tiny park with a heartwarming legend.
Twice the excitement, twice the fun. Grand Casino Mille Lacs and Grand Casino Hinckley. There's more than one reason to call us Grand. Always first with the newest games, both casinos feature plenty of Vegas-style blackjack tables and the hottest games available today. Grand Casino also means excellent dining for the entire family. You can choose from the famous all-you-can-eat Grand Casino Buffet, Grand Grill Americana, Grand Northern Grill, or any of our other great restaurants. The younger members of the family will enjoy Kids Quest Activity Center, while the teens spend some radical time in the Grand Video Arcade. Extend your next visit to Grand Casino by taking advantage of some fantastic play-and-stay getaway deals. It's non-stop excitement 24 hours a day at Grand Casino Mille Lacs and Grand Casino Hinckley.
Those who walk or drive by may not pay it much attention, but a little triangle of land in West St. Paul has carved out a place in the record books. In tonight's extra, the story behind what is called the world's smallest dedicated park.
While most parks spread out over square miles or acres, Alfred Park is measured in square feet, 60 by 60 by 80 feet to be exact. KARE 11 photojournalist Dennis Stearns was walking his dog the other night when he noticed the little park. He was intrigued by the name, and after some digging and a little help from our Ken Speak, found an almost forgotten story.
This is a story about a father who turned his grief into a civic service.
It's a love story, too, about a father's love for his adopted son and how that love became the smallest dedicated park in the world. Young Albert Lefevre was a scout. He loved the outdoors. The 15-year-old drowned 60 years ago when he fell from a raft he was riding down the Mississippi.
We lived near each other, and the mother and father were just, the sun rose and set on Al. Well, of course, they were just heartbroken.
The records are vague about when he started, but Alfred Lefevre built a memorial for his son. In a triangle of land at the intersection of Smith, Dodd, and Bernard, he planted shrubs, flowers, grass where there had been weeds.
And so he had been sort of caring for and had named this Albert Park.
That little triangle, by the way, is the smallest designated park in the world today. Believe it or not, by Ripley.
Alfred Lefevre died in 1942. There are stories about how neighbors took over his park, kept it up as best they could, but it got ragged around the edges. But the park is right smack dab in the middle of the Smith-Dodd business district. A dozen or so businesses run by folks who took up the cause, cleaned up the park, and chased a dream.
We should do something with this little triangle. And, you know, there's nothing here to distinguish us from somebody else.
I think they had bingo operation, and they had other functions that they carried on every year to raise money for various beautification or booster type projects that they felt were worthy.
We'll build an obelisk that resembles the Washington Monument. So I did, and put it up, and I think cost us $1,800. But the street never developed. It never become a Grand Avenue or anything like that.
Today, the businesses are there, doing nicely, thank you.
It's too wet to race.
Yeah, we'll see you.
But Albert Park has become a memorial driven past every day by people who never give a thought to that miniature Washington monument.
It's a sentimental park is what it is, you know.
Small monument when you drive by it, but a big implication.
This was something a little different than the normal commercial boosterism. It had a little element to it that was different.
So many people have asked, well, who's Albert? Why is the park named Albert Park? And you go into this story, and it's love and devotion.
Walt Disney's World on Ice proudly presents Beauty and the Beast. Meet all your favorite friends, hear them sing, see them dance, be enchanted with romance. It's your favorite love story brought to life in person. Beauty and the Beast. Just wait till you see it on ice.
Now through Sunday at Target Center. Tickets at the box office, Ticketmaster, and at the door.
Say Merry Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas? Yeah, get lots of stuff. Yay! Get your horsey. Do something cute. You're just gonna sit there and grin?
Next time your friend insists on driving drunk, do whatever it takes to stop him.
You're watching KARE 11 News at 10.
Not exactly sure what that shot does, but establish that we're still out.
We are still here.
We survived 20 minutes. I guess we can make it through the final 15.
I hope so. And Belinda's
Yes.
still stuck out in the backyard. Are you regretting that decision to go out in the backyard tonight, Belinda?
No, not at all.
No?
I like it out here. True Minnesotan.
Sure you do.
You're frozen to the ground out there, aren't you?
No, it is going to get really cold tonight, though. Temperatures all day long stayed really pretty much below normal and a lot colder than, of course, it was Friday. And now we have clear skies, we have lighter winds, and we're going to really drop off. But now that we are into April, I thought we'd talk a little bit about severe weather. Here in the upper Midwest, we have 2 days, an average of 2 days of severe storms. And with the recent string of tornadoes to the south, once again today there were some tornadoes. And I brought this out here, a little baseball, to show you that softball-sized hail fell in Wayne, Oklahoma today, which is just southeast of Oklahoma City, and there was baseball-sized hail all over the state, and that just gives you a little idea that severe weather is coming up. In a couple of weeks, we're going to have Severe Weather Awareness Week here in Minneapolis, and we'll have more information at that time, but nothing like that happened today here in the Twin Cities. Let's take a look at the almanac and see what did happen. We got up to about 50 degrees today, and that was actually this morning about midnight. And then our low is 34. There you can see now tonight the sun set at 6:41, but of course we're springing ahead this evening. So tomorrow night it will be 7:42 for the sunset. And as we take a look at the current conditions here in the Twin Cities, we have clear skies. It's already down to 30, and the wind chill is 18. The winds are out of the northwest at 9, and the relative humidity right now is 60%. So it's going to really drop off tonight into the 20s when you're heading off to church. So we were pretty quiet overall, just a lot of clouds, a lot of wind. We had some snow to our north this morning, but this is where the real activity was. Now, Wayne is just a little bit southeast of Oklahoma City, and where this line of showers hit, there was a tornado that was reported in Pittsburgh, Oklahoma, and just a lot of very, very big hail, and as well some very strong winds, real quiet across the southeast. And the real warm spot today, and has been all week long, is the desert southwest. Thermal California got up to 95 degrees today. It was 90 in Palm Springs. It was only about 50 here, and that was at midnight last night. We had an average temperature of about 35 as we take a look at the cloud cover. All of that is moving off now, and it looks as though we're going to have high pressure for Easter. So good news there. Today we had the windy conditions. In fact, our wind chills all day long were between 20 to 25 degrees when it came to wind chill all day long, and up to the north they had wind chills this morning around 5 below, so very cold. Now Easter, high pressure is going to move in. We're going to have a lot of clear skies in the morning and chilly temperatures as you're heading off to church, but then as the day progresses the temperatures are really going to be warming up. 40s today, and then tomorrow warming into the 50s, and you want to go out and enjoy these temperatures because we have some real cold ones moving in once again for next week. Let's take a look at the forecast for you. For tonight, clearing out, cooling off, dropping down to about 19 degrees here in the Twin Cities. And then for tomorrow, Easter Sunday, it's going to be very early. We're going to lose an hour of sleep tonight. We're going to have a lot of sunshine tomorrow, though, and warming all the way back up into the 50s, low 50s. And then next week, everything drops back off again. 43 for Monday, 42 for Tuesday, and 35 for Wednesday. The only good thing about those cold temperatures is when we have cold temperatures like that, we usually don't have any kind of severe weather or big thunderstorms. And so nothing like that in the next 4 to 5 days.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good Easter.
Yes.
Ahead in sports, the Final Four is down to the terrific 2. Find out who advanced and how they got there.
That and the Gopherless NCAA Hockey Championships right there. Decided in St. Paul tonight. Sports is next.
Doc Severinsen is back for 2 Minnesota Orchestra Weekender Pops concerts on Friday, April 22nd and Saturday, April 23rd. And this time, the spotlight is on the orchestra as members solo and play duets with Doc. It's all in the family as the Minnesota Orchestra and principal Pops conductor Doc Severinsen present 2 great Weekender Pops concerts, 8 p.m. Friday, April 22nd and Saturday, April 23rd at Orchestra Hall.
We're using these attention getters to attract you to the government's free Consumer Information Catalog. For your free copy, write Catalog, Pueblo, Colorado 81009.
What began as your random holdup turned into a full-force supermarket shootout. The bullets were flying when the store owner decided to bravely fight back. And we got his heroic efforts caught on tape. Plus, Robin Williams will show you his college years.
There was something special about him that made you notice him.
From the Lost Home movie to the sweetheart he left behind. You'll see it all on the next Hard Copy.
Monday at 4:30 on KARE 11.
It's rivalry and romance for Julia Roberts and Nick Nolte. Sex scenes, nude scenes. Ooh, your exclusive first look on Entertainment Tonight.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much
But your love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I let you love what I thought it was funny. You came along and woo, now honey, I've changed my mind.
Hello?
Well, maybe we could just pipe the music into your earpiece while I do the sports.
Something to think about.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. Appreciate that.
President Clinton is a very happy man tonight.
Yes, he is, Joan, as a matter of fact.
Was that a perfect lead-in
What
for you?
camera are we on? Have you figured it out yet? Okay.
No.
Here we go. Just like a broken record, Duke is back. The Blue Devils came from 13 points down to beat Florida tonight and make it to the national title game Monday night in the NCAA tournament. Duke will play Arkansas in the final. The Razorbacks held off Arizona in today's first game, so Duke, its 7th national championship appearance against Arkansas, and of course their biggest fan, President Clinton. Highlights tonight from the first game. Joseph Blair gets the finger roll. Pretty play, 15-10 Arizona. This guy, this Al Dillard, what is he thinking? This is farther than an NBA three. 32-22 Arkansas. Dillard again for, let's give him 5 for that shot. Unbelievable. Arizona fought back. Damon Stoudemire gets the three-pointer at the buzzer, ties it at 41 at the half. Second half now, Arizona takes the lead back on Corey Williams' three-pointer, 57-52 Arizona. He had 29 points and 13 rebounds. But Arkansas's Darnell Robinson gets the feed underneath and lays it in. They were in foul trouble with the big guys, but Robinson did a nice job off the bench. Arkansas too tough down the stretch. Corliss Williams gets the steal and the fast break slam. Arkansas 91-82, the final score, and they are heading, yes, Bill, they are heading to the championship game Monday night. Well, Duke in Florida, Grant Hill got off to a slow start for Duke tonight. Nice shot here, though, 7-6 Duke early. Against Florida now, Andrew DeClerc. Huge two-hand jam over Antonio Lang. It's tied at 10. Dimitri Hill gets the pass from Craig Brown. He'll score. He'll finish with 16. Florida, 39-32 at the break. Second half, they build a 13-point lead. DeClerc puts him up by 13. But here comes Duke. Marty Clark with a long three. He had 8 points. Big second half. Grant Hill gets the lead back for Duke. Under 5 minutes left. Oh, that shot, 61-60. Cherokee Parks puts in his own miss, and that was a big basket to put him up by 3. And then a charging foul gives Duke the ball back, and they win it. 70-65, heading to the national title game again to take on Arkansas. And of course, that game Monday night will start around 8:15, and it should be a dandy. Hey, they've taken the plexiglass out of the left field fence thing, or at the Metrodome. Thank you, Joe. I didn't know what it was called, but thing will work. Herbeck, home run today against the Cubs exhibition. Herbeck again, another home run. This one made it 5-2 Cubs. This one in the upper deck. The Twins come up with 10 runs in the 7th to beat the Cubs in exhibition baseball. 12-8 was the final today. 14 batters came to the plate in that inning for the Twins. Nice win for them, and Chuck Knobloch believes the Twins are ready for the long season.
Spring training, it's hard to judge, because, there's not too much emphasis on winning and losing down there. But if you can remain consistent, not have the days where you win, 3 or 4 to nothing, and then come back the next day and get beat 10 to nothing. And if we stay away from that, I think it's going to be good.
Cubs and Twins, by the way, at noon tomorrow. Our final installment of the Gopher Sports Extra can be seen tonight at 11:05. Hockey coach Doug Woog will be my guest. We'll look back at Thursday and look ahead to next season. That's tonight at 11:05. Hockey tonight at the St. Paul Civic Center. Derek Kurlofsky out of Minneapolis in goal for Boston U. It was not a good night. Lake Superior State wins the national title in a landslide. It was 9-1, the final, the largest margin of victory in the NCAA final since 1961. Back to basketball, in the NCAA Women's Final Four was held today in Richmond, Virginia. Louisiana Tech and North Carolina earned their way into the NCAA Final tomorrow. Hey, is this not... Oh, this isn't the highlight. I've got them out of order. That was Pam Thomas. And this is Louisiana Tech winning their game by the final 69-66. This is what I wanted to show you. North Carolina's Charlotte Smith with a pregame dunk. Now, is this not intimidating or what? They took on Purdue today. They won their game 89-74. Sylvia Crawley with a baseline jumper here. And, of course, the women's final is tomorrow, 2:45 on the other network, CBS.
And I know you're supposed to end up with a blooper, but I think we just did, so that's okay.
Thank you. Appreciate
Before we go, proof that writing can get you places, namely the altar. But first, another look at tonight's $1 million number.
Hi, I'm Mark Paul Gosselaar. As a teenager, I've seen what drugs do to other kids. Not everyone takes it seriously, and that's why it's important for kids to participate in DARE, the Drug Abuse Resistance Education Program that's taught in schools across the country. DARE teaches kids how to say no to drugs, resist peer pressure, and build self-esteem. To find out how to start a DARE program in your school, call 1-800-TALK-KFC-DARE. Drugs are no laughing matter.
Doc Severinsen is back for 2 Minnesota Orchestra Weekender Pops concerts on Friday, April 22nd and Saturday, April 23rd. And this time, the spotlight is on the orchestra as members solo and play duets with Doc. It's all in the family as the Minnesota Orchestra and principal Pops conductor Doc Severinsen present 2 great Weekender Pops concerts, 8 p.m. Friday, April 22nd and Saturday, April 23rd at Orchestra Hall.
Before we go, remember how Mom always told you to write? Well, here's a good reason to listen.
Now pronounce your husband and wife. Congratulations, you make us the bride.
Thank you.
Mary Merrick and Englishman David Williams tied the knot today, the culmination of a relationship that began with paper, pen, and a lot of stamps. Mary was taking a writing class, and her teacher promised extra credit to anyone who would write to soldiers during the Gulf War.
The Americans had gotten so much mail that they shared them with the other soldiers, and Dave got one of my letters. And so we wrote to each other for 3 years and talked to each other on the phone. And then I went over there and met him in last November, and we decided we were in love.
Until he gets his visa, David is spending his time volunteering at the Minnesota Veterans Home. Mary is taking him to Duluth for their honeymoon so David can see the big lake.
Good for them. That's great. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Good night.
I'd love to be a mentor. You know, show someone the ropes. But it just won't work with my job.
There are many kinds of mentors, and so many kids who just need friends, someone to talk to. Let us match you up with just the right program.
Maybe I could see if there's a kid I could get together and have fun with on the weekend. I could use a little fun, too.
Being a mentor is fun and easy. Call the Minnesota Mentoring Network and find out how.
Inside Landmark Center in downtown St. Paul, there's a very interesting art museum. Minnesota Museum of American Art presents exhibitions that explore the diverse range of art from around the country. The next time you visit St. Paul, stop by the Minnesota Museum of American Art.
It's Sammy the Infidel on the next Cheers.
We now join home shopping spree already in progress.
Are you thrilled with that?
Yes.
All righty. I'm glad you're with me. And I hope you have a real great Sunday, okay? And a good Easter. Bye-bye now, sweetheart. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, my show special, only 1.5 minutes for you to get in on big, bold, showy, spectacular stones. If you are one of those ladies out there that are, if you're shy and retiring and you don't care to be noticed, do not, under any circumstance, buy this ring because it is a showpiece. You walk into a room wearing this, every single head is going to turn. You walk into a room, whether it be work or wherever, social events, anything, you walk into a room wearing this ring, every person will stare at the ring. People are going to be coming over and asking you. They're going to say, that's not real, is it? And you're going to say, of course it is. And it probably goes and matches your 19-karat amethyst bracelet that you got to go with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic show special. One of the ultimates I could do for you in big, bold, precious gemstones. Piles and piles of genuine precious amethyst. Rich, glamorous, sparkling and gleaming. The color is so rich deep down inside the stone. The faceting work on here is so fantastic. The polish of the stone, the cuts, the luster and the light, the lavender glow that comes from within there will astound you. People's heads will turn when they see you wearing this ring. A huge pear-cut solitaire. If you are bashful, this is my warning. If you don't want people to notice your jewelry, if you don't want to show off when you walk into a room, don't get the ring. Don't get this one, because it will show off. That golden cradle will lift that stone so far above the finger. It's going to give you one of the hottest looks on one massive pear-cut solitaire I've ever offered you. This is kind of my, like I said, it looks like my Easter egg ring. It's so large. Isn't that fantastic? Haircut, size 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's time for me to go to break. I'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to have some more fun. I've got some wonderful earrings coming up for you and a lot of hot bargains here in the last about 25, 30 minutes of my show. I'll see you back in a minute. Stay with me. We'll have fun, I promise. Bye-bye.
Once in your lifetime comes the magic of truly great music. For the first time ever, Time Life Music brings you Piano by Candlelight. Loved by millions around the world, these are the greatest romantic melodies of our time. Piano by Candlelight. Lush, unforgettable music. Your favorite songs from Broadway. Award-winning Hollywood hits. Plus today's most popular melodies. Piano by Candlelight has received gold and platinum awards, and now you can own this magnificent collection yourself. 40 of today's most memorable and relaxing hits. More than 2 full hours of fabulous music on 3 cassettes for only $19.99, or 2 compact discs for just $24.99.
To order Piano by Candlelight, use your credit card and call 1-800-599-3300. That's 1-800-599-3300. Or send $19.99 for 3 cassettes or $24.99 for 2 compact discs, plus $4 shipping and handling to Piano by Candlelight, Department 1, Richmond, Virginia 23280.
Phone costs almost $200, and you have to stick it in your ear. But Phone Relief works with your favorite phone. You won't believe you ever lived without it. It's the ultimate in hands-free phone design. The amazing breakthrough product you'll use every day. Now only $12.95. But we urge you to call now. Due to the incredible demand, our operators are giving away additional units at tremendous discounts on all of today's orders. Look again at how easy it is to go hands-free with the amazing Phone Relief. An outstanding value at just $12.95. Does it make any sense to talk like this when finally there's an easy way to go hands-free with Phone Relief? Call toll-free to order by credit card and make this your last phone of the neck call.
Credit card users call toll-free 1-800-737-5400. Sorry, no CODs. That's 1-800-737-5400. Or send check or money order for just $12.95 plus $3.50 shipping and handling to Phone Relief, Box 4400-U, Verona, New Jersey, 07044. Credit card users call now. 1-800-737-5400.
America's original shop-at-home television service, bringing you 24 hours of savings, fun, and excitement every day. Live from Tampa Bay, Florida, it's the Home Shopping Spree.
Home Shopping Club.
welcome back to the club. I told you I've got some great deals coming up here, and I wasn't pulling your leg. Get ready. I had something on a show yesterday or the day before that was brand new. When I put them up, we had every operator jammed. We couldn't even get in on Tootie, I don't think. We had every line at the club jammed, and I could only stay on these for a few minutes. Well, I asked if I could re-air them for you, because America has fallen in love with one of the biggest pairs of earrings I've ever seen. Now, you're going to look at a genuine precious gemstone. It's like well over 3 carats, and you're going to see them in solid 14K, and it's a price that, yes, you can afford to wear 14 karat real gemstones. Let's go get them. Now, the look appears to be almost like massive rubies, but these are gorgeous emerald cut garnets. Solid 14 karat gold. Now, the emerald cut garnets came into inventory just a couple of days ago. As I said, I've aired them one time. Wait till you see this. This is astounding. Look at the color. Look at the depth of the stones. Look at the... Whoa, wait a minute. These are Mozambiques. 3.4 carats of Mozambique garnets. 4 pierced ears. Each one is a fully faceted emerald cut stone. 2 whopping garnets, 3.4 carats of luxury. $39.95. You want a treasure for your treasure chest? Well, get in on these gorgeous Mozambiques. Astounding. The size of the stones, 3.4 carats. Big, bold, and rich emerald cut elegance. Think of the beauty of these stones. Think of the color deep down. Think of the rich cut. The absolute chiseling of the stones. The faceting, the polishing. The grand elegance you've dreamed of at $39.95, unparalleled.